living with an alcoholic and how best to help them. Hi, Will Perry here. Welcome to another video of Keeping the Conversation Alive. Now, this is an interesting one. This has come from a request from a subscriber. Will, can you talk about how, what was it, about, give me some advice on living with or do a video on living with an alcoholic. So you are not their primary concern. So this is very high level. There's really good stuff on Tinternet about that. That's my Cornish phraseology for the internet. I'd say go to Gabor Mate about. In fact, you can. There's videos in the group about Gabor Mate. Just message me if you want about addiction. That's a really fascinating area of addiction because that speaks of the hurt that they've got and how the addiction covers up the real pain. It's a coping mechanism, and that's exactly the advice that I'm going to give you. An alcoholic, you are not their primary concern. The ease from the pain, the addiction is the primary concern. An alcoholic, alcoholism is similar to any other substance abuse like that. So an alcoholic by proxy will be primarily focused on what's soothing, although it's damaging and causing further pain, and that's the trap, soothing that hurt within them. And if it's alcoholism, then that will be the primary concern. Forgive me, but if you're an empath, if you have low self-esteem, and this is the trap, if you have low self-esteem, you're going to have a tendency to want to help them and save them, which is a gorgeous and a wonderful thing. However, it's very difficult, and what you need to understand the dynamics of low self-esteem, because while you want to help them, and that's a lovely thing, you are also in need of help. You are also stuck. And if you look at the model of addictions, there's also something within you that is hurt from the past that you're soothing in some way. In some way you are addicted, whether that's feeling sorry for other people, feeling sorry for yourself, trying to help other people, trying to fix other people, blaming others, maybe in substances yourself. Maybe you've got a sugar or a salt addiction, or maybe you're cigarettes or substances yourself, but you will be stuck in some way. Maybe you're addicted to a pattern of thinking, which is flagellation, as in beating yourself up constantly, and it makes you feel better in a way, but it's damaging to yourself. You believe that you're not good enough. You believe you're not worthy. You believe you're stupid. You believe you're ugly. You believe you're not worthy. You believe those things, and it's very similar to somebody that's addicted. So the patterns are there, and it's what you can work with is yourself, because you cannot work with somebody else and encourage. You can encourage them, but you can't get them to do anything. Trying to get somebody off an addiction when if they're not ready, if they're not choosing to, if they're not engaging in that, it's like you're stuck. But what you can do is work on you. So they are, I say, very broad brushstroke, abusive in tendencies, because if you're with them, you have low self-esteem. This is only if you have low self-esteem. You give away your power. They dominate over you, take your power. So their primary focus is not you, it's their addiction. Maybe not all the time, maybe it fluctuates, but there'll be an overarching pattern of this behavior, and it will forsake you, and you will forsake yourself as well. So it's a very damaging pattern to be in, and you can't change them. However, what you can do is focus and change you. So in terms of the whole dynamics of self-esteem, you would have attracted, and again, this I'm speaking from a perspective of you having low self-esteem, you will have attracted them probably with their addictions in place, certainly with all their hurts in place. Maybe they had a different addiction in place to soothe that hurt, or a different pattern in place to soothe that hurt. But you would have been drawn together, and very often the alcoholic is the abusive one, and the victim is the one with low self-esteem, but of course abusers have even lower self-esteem, even lower, to the point that they attack others rather than being self-reflective and open enough to see that they're hurt and they can heal and all that sort of stuff. They're very closed off to that, very closed off to self-reflection. Anyway, so what you can do is, because you give away your power, what you can do is focus on you and why you're giving away your power and what happens if you don't give away your power. But you can't just turn it off. You can't just go, oh yes, today I'm going to take Will's advice and hold my power for myself. It doesn't quite work like that, because you can do something maybe like you've maybe felt motivated in a period of your life, but it wanes over time rather than you being able to maintain or be consistent. Or maybe you try to diet and you haven't been able to maintain it, you beat yourself up about it. Or an exercise routine, and it's like, oh, why did I eat those thingies? Or, why did I forsake myself? Because it's low self-esteem, it's the pattern of degradation, self-degradation, self-sabotage. So that's what's going on. So it's really difficult to just do it in bits. You need to dive in, understand, and that's what I'm here for. Help you dive in, understand, and see how you can change this stuff, because that's the only thing you do control. Maybe you give away your power and you're not in control of that, but you can be responsible and you can learn to take your power, because you've never learned to take your power if you have low self-esteem. Again, you can give amazing things to people by being an empath, but it runs out at the end of the day, and you need to recharge, and you leave yourself ragged, run yourself ragged. That's the whole pattern. You've probably seen other videos that I've talked about this stuff. So focus on your addiction in a way, not their addiction, but focus on your addiction and why you give your power away. And again, I've got lots of information on this, lots of videos on this, lots of information, the webinar, the test, come and dive in and find out. But you need to grow your self-esteem to a healthy level, because that will change your perspective completely. You will literally see things very differently, and then things change for good. Now, this isn't about changing that person. That person out of your change could possibly see something and better for themselves in their life. They could be inspired by you and motivated by you and your change in but you can't motivate them to do it. They have to be self-motivated, something deep within them. But all you can control is you. But you might be feeling like you're the least person who's in control of you is you. Did you get that? Did I get that out? So things will change once you grow your self-esteem, and it's an amazing thing. So my invitation to you, 7 minutes in, invitation to you is to take the test. So take the test if you haven't already. Find out if you do have low self-esteem, because if you do have low self-esteem, then this is happening to you. It's evident within you. You will see these patterns probably. But confirming it is a really powerful thing. And getting the score, it's like, oh yeah, no, I am. Oh Christ, I didn't think it would be that low. Or it's like, oh, it's not that bad, but I need to work on it. So maybe if you've got a score between 18 and 15, it's just some work on it, and maybe you've been doing work, and cool, that's confirming it, and maybe just a little bit more focused work and understanding. And you can grow into the realm of healthy self-esteem, where you won't attract people like this who steal of your power, or take the power that you're giving away, because you won't give away your power. But maybe if it's in the low, the 7s, the 5s, the 3s, then it's confirming, and it's like, right, I need to change this stuff. So take the test, get involved in the conversation. The webinar is the next step on from the test if you're taking the test, and again, the links are around here, and it shows in that what we offer in terms of a journey to help you, to coach you through the tools and the processes that I've developed over the years to help you change and grow that self-esteem. So and then there's an offer in there of actually having a conversation to see how this, to understand your situation specifically, because everybody's got a different story, of course, to see how, what your story is and how this can work for you and how it can help, if there's a fit there, of course, and then how we work with people. All right, many thanks. I'll leave it there. Do get involved in the conversation. I hope that helps, and I hope that sparks some interest. Do get involved. Give me a call, I'd say an email, a message, whatever it is, but get in contact. Respond to the email if you're watching this on an email. Ask me a question. What's pertinent for you? What's the question that you have now? Because just get involved. Keep the conversation going. I urge you, don't just let it lie and think you have to put up with this stuff. If you're watching this, you have healthy self-esteem. Woohoo! This won't affect you. All right, many thanks. Loves you, boy. Bye bye.